Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they go play action with Powell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 42. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game. But he
tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Elliott once more.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
It's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Cowboys at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When we say the sky's the limit for C.D. Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The kick by Maher is good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Howell to throw on second down. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, here's Howell. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They'll run left with Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's Pollard again. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Pollard is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, 56 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. He gets this one. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 47. Here we go. 46.
Here's Prescott. Slant pass to Boyd. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. One last shot before the break. Howell. And he finds McLaurin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll look to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Prescott now. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On first down, Howell. That one caught by Gibson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Down to about the 45.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they go play action with Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete, it's Dotson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second and goal from the 1. Gibson again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nursed. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
47.
Prescott on first down. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. First down, Hal to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Bulldozes past him, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They'll try and run for it. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Howell rolling to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A first down throw for Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. 4th down, Howell, desperation time. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown this late in the game should all but be the dagger.
We never want to say that a game is over, but it certainly feels that way. That final touchdown seems to have created enough room for them to start celebrating.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Howell throwing on 1st down here. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 2nd down, Howell now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.